let me love you.
Hey you guys, this is Midnight here back for another video, and today I will be making a review of Astrophile, which is a 2022 Thai drama. Um Basically it's about a female character named Nubdao. She's the host of a home shopping program, Wish You Were Home. She always been a strong person and a home hard worker, but she still feels she doesn't have her life together. She's facing sexual harassment at work and she's not making enough money. By chance, Nubdao re um reencounters Kimhan, her junior from university. It's instant recognition for Kim, but Nubdao shows no sign of remembering him, much less their promise on the night of counting stars. They begin to get closer as Kimhan starts working on the marketing for her show. Tankhun is Nubdao's friend and the producer of her show. He harbors secret feelings for her, as Minjun, Nubdao's toxic boss and co-host, continues his tyrannical harassment. Takun struggles to support and protect Nubdao. Kimhan is a man of many names, an anonymous artist using the alias Klang Mesa. When his friend Pete claims the identity of Klang Mesa, Nubdao's friend Nammon falls for the fraud. Okay, so the first thing I do want to get into is characters. Nubdao, again, is clearly, she's a, again, hard worker. She's a strong person, but I would definitely say that, like, she is someone who can be very, like, um, I want to say selfish at times. She doesn't really like to see things from a bigger picture or anything like that. So that's kind of like one of her, like, I want to say, flaws as a character. And I think that Davika did a really good job playing her for the most part, because I mean, I don't know, I love Nubdao and I love, Davika. This is my first time watching Davika, but like, I love her playing Nubdao. I think she fits the role really good. And yeah. And then you have Kimhan, who plays Bright. Bright plays Kim. Um and AKA Baby Bangs, because that's the nickname that Nubdao gives him in the show when they first encounter each other. And when he is Baby Bang, which is when they were like in university together, he has very low self-esteem, and Nubdao like later on supports him. So like as he grows up, or like after they graduate, he later on pretty much kind of like, even though the low self-esteem is there, he learns to become a little bit more confident in himself and stuff like that. So I really like that. And I think Bright really plays Kim well as well. Like, phenomenal. And obviously, because I'm a fan of Bright, I would just definitely say that again, like, his acting is definitely improving and stuff like that. Like, my like heart lit up when I saw him. I was like, yes. Um and then you have Off, who plays Tan. Um Tan, uh, mm, 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 mm. Tan, he is, I would say, um, he's a very off-putting character, I would say. Like, he comes off very, like, he puts on this, like, very cool but aggressive demeanor. And, yeah. And like at first he just, I don't know, like I don't really know how to really describe him other than the fact that like he just has this like just cool but just aggressive type of demeanor. Like it's off-putting, very off-putting. Um, for the most part. And I do want to talk about Mina, and Mina is Kim's ex-girlfriend. And I really like, she's really like nice and everything. And I will talk about her later on, but just to say, like, I did kind of like just want to introduce her character, even though she's not really a main character. But I really liked her character. She's really, again, like I said, nice, for the most part. So getting into the plot, the things that I liked about this show is how slow paced it was. I know that there was a lot of people that did not like how slow paced this show is, but I feel like it makes sense while the show is slow paced, because there's a lot of emotions like to unpack with this show. So it made sense that this show is very slow paced, given like what the show was about. So yeah, I liked it. I like the theme. And one of like the themes are sexual harassment within the workplace, unfairness in the workplace, and also suicide. Um, Obviously, Nubdao, like I said, she experiences a lot of sexual harassment in the workplace and unfairness. And I like how it tackled, of course, women facing these things. And I just feel like it wasn't like the way that it tackled it, it wasn't all too serious. It wasn't on no like wokeness or anything, but it also didn't take away from, like, it wasn't like a mockery. It wasn't mocking in any way the struggles of women being harassed and being treated unfairly. So I liked it. Like, it was a good balance, I would say. And it was tackled properly. Like, it was good. Like, everybody got their comeuppance. Um as for the suicide, um which I will later discuss with Mina's character, as this does pertain to her. Um and I like the story. Like, at first, and this was kind of like my first impressions, is that like I didn't think the show was going to be like that good, because of like just reading the synopsis, it just felt so bland. I don't know, I wasn't really getting into this as opposed to like, I don't know, Devil Sisters, which please do check out my Devil Sisters review, if you haven't, which was obviously the show that I was really, I had so much anticipation for. But I was just surprised that, story wise, the story was actually really, really good. Like, surprisingly. Um, and the thing that I also wanted to tackle is Mina's character. I know that a lot of people did not like, they expected GMM or the writers to, of course, do the most cliche thing, which is pretty much like introduce a secondary couple. But I'm actually glad that they took the risk and like flushing out Mina's character and her relationship with Kim. It was nice. And then like us hearing like the real reasoning for her, like the real reason why they broke up, it was really nice. And I just feel like, to me, like, it wasn't like a misunderstanding like a lot of people made it out to be. Um, it was just that, like, it was just nice to finally, because her reasoning for breaking up with him in the first episode was different than the actual reason that she actually broke up with him later on. And just like again, like her character and like her guilt for ending the relationship and just doing what she did, or her decisions for doing what she did. I loved it. And then even again, like as it pertains to like the suicide, I like the way they went about it and how they handled it, and stuff like that. Like it wasn't just something that just happened and then was just later abandoned. Like it just made sense, and stuff like that. It made me really emotional, and I really felt bad for her, like honestly. Another thing I like is how they added an epilogue. I like how, like, in the end, when everything was said and done, we got to see where everybody was in their life, um like where all the characters were and stuff like that after, the ending of the show. I liked it that. Um and then the fact that um and I liked it that like all the characters had personal issues um outside of like, okay, who's gonna end up with whom and stuff like that. And like I think that's what made the characters again human and just relatable, is just like all the things that they were going through personally. And I loved it. Like this is just one drama where it was just hard to like be like, "Oh, well, oh my god, like just to compare everybody and just be like, "Oh, well, that person had it the hardest and that person really struggled," and stuff like that. Like I just love the relatability when it comes down to the characters. So, yeah. Now, the biggest criticism that I have with this show is Nubdao and Tan's relationship. Now, obviously, like, Tan does have feelings for Nubdao, but my issue with the writers is that I hated how, like, in the end, when everything was said and done, and Tan had pretty much faced his downfall, and even before, like, his downfall, really, um, I was just not buying their friendship. I was not buying their friendship at all. Like I feel like they tried so hard to force, like, given that like Nubdao and Tan in some cases they operate similarly, like in certain situations, if that makes sense. Like there are some things that, that like realistically speaking, I would say, like, doesn't make them a good fit to be in a relationship together because of how they handle things. Like they're too similar in how they handle things, and stuff like that. And clearly, Nubdao does not need that. Like for a lot of the things that she goes through within a drama, it's just like Tan is not equipped to be there for her in these ways. Like he's not, like he can't help her, which is like, I guess you would say understandable. Like he doesn't know how to help her. He doesn't really like do things the right way, or he doesn't know how to handle certain things, or go through things the right way. I don't know if I explained that right. But anyway, so yeah. So it's just like, to me, he just like, they just forced their friendship. And then also to like, because Tan also has this like one-sided, that he has feelings for her, it's just like he's so conflicted about where he wants, like what he wants to do. Like does he want to be friends with her, or does he want to be, like, obviously he wants to be more than friends with her, but it's like he keeps on flip-flopping a lot throughout the drama, and it's annoying. And then it's like he's crossing the line. He's literally crossing the line way too many times as well, and it's an issue. So like I said, like in the end, I felt like when he ends up meeting his downfall, I just felt like it would have been best if if the writers didn't like hang on to like the fact that they are supposed to be friends. Like, it just didn't make any sense with me. So that's pretty much the only criticism I really had with the show. But outside of that, this show was a really good show. Um, for the most part. I would really recommend this show. Um, because it was really good and it's really captivating. Um, and also, how can I not talk about the intro of the show, the OST? Um, Gawain is doing the Lord's work. I really love the OST. It's really like every time the song plays, Counting Stars, by Gawain, please check it out. It just has me very emotional, and I also like the fact that it goes with the theme. Like, the lyrics goes with what the show is like talking about. Like, oh my god, it had me emotional. So like I said, this is a really good show, and I would really highly recommend a lot of people check this show out. So yes. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and please do subscribe, and please hit that bell notification for more uploads from me. Bye, you guys.